Hey guys, Omni here. So last night I finally saw Spider-Man No Way Home. It is out in the wild, so be careful of spoilers. Don't worry here, at least in the video. I can't speak for the comments because God knows those are probably going to be pretty bad with spoilers. But for here, as far as listening to me talk, I am not going to spoil the movie. This is actually going to be a pretty quick review because this is one of those films where it's hard to talk about it without going into spoilers. So I'm going to be doing my best to do that. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys. I'm just going to give you my thoughts on the film itself. This movie picks up exactly after the events of Spider-Man Far From Home. And we live with the consequences of these actions for quite some time. And Peter, during all of these struggles with the chaoticness of his life, with his identity being out in the wild, and seeing how this knowledge is not only hurting him, but the people around him, you see him struggle and live with his choices. And that's what drives a lot of the film. That's what kicks us off. And a lot of this movie is about carrying the weight of these choices and these consequences and carrying the weight of being Spider-Man. And which life is he really going to lean into? And it's really well done. While we know that the multiverse is creeping into this movie because of the trailers, various enemies from past Spider-Man films creeping into it, it never loses sight of the story and the focus on Tom Holland and the struggles of his Spider-Man. Like, it is still at its core a Spider-Man centric film. It never loses sight of that. And honestly, I do want to commend Tom Holland and Zendaya in this because I think they give the two strongest performances that I've seen in anything that they've been in that I've watched, easily. Not just within this franchise, but with any of the films that I've seen that either one of them have starred in. This is the strongest performances I've seen from either of these two. And I think it definitely helps because they have this off-screen chemistry, because obviously the two are now dating, and it comes through. And that's one of the things that I really loved about The Amazing Spider-Man, is that connection between Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield. I'm really a sucker for that, and it just always helps when they're dating on set because it makes that feel so real. So any of these moments between these two, as their lives are just unraveling before their eyes, you see and feel all these different emotions that they're feeling. And it's just really well done. The movie is so fun. It's so emotional, and it's really creative in the way that it handles a lot of these characters and balances everything out to where it never really feels overloaded, or at least for me, it never felt overloaded. And I know that was a big concern for everybody because a lot of the critiques for previous Spider-Man films is we're getting too many villains. Well, we got way more villains in this than we've had in any of the other Spider-Man movies. And I think it does a really good job at balancing all of this and giving each of them their own dues. Some get redemptions. Electro, big turnaround in this movie, with Jamie Foxx getting a second go at this character. And he is honestly one of the standouts in this because of kind of the backlash that came about from his performance, his portrayal. Not really, I would say his performance, but more the direction, the writing, and everything around his character from The Amazing Spider-Man. I feel like this movie does a lot to try to redeem that, and I feel like they do that quite well. A lot of the legacy characters from the Sam Raimi series are getting a lot of respect and treated with a lot of respect. And honestly, my favorite bits in this were all of Willem Dafoe's bits, because he is just a gem on screen, man. He is just this commanding actor, and he just gives Norman Osborn this pathos that is just so crisp and thought out and just popped right out of the oven, ready to eat. It's just so good, man. There are a couple of moments here and there where I'm like, okay, maybe somebody's still kind of oiling the rust off their acting chops because maybe it's been a little while since we've seen them. But it doesn't take too long to really get back into the swing of things, because it's really, I don't know, man. I get swept up in the action. I get swept up in the spectacle at times. But as far as superhero films go, this is one of my favorites. It is, at the moment, while I say maybe cinematically, it might not be the best Spider-Man movie as far as we're talking about writing, direction, or anything like that. It's probably my favorite right now, and that could be just coming off the high of this. It does have some plot holes, but like I said, I can't go into really too much of anything because if I do, I risk going into spoilers for this movie. So I'm just going to leave it at that. All of the positives with this movie definitely outweigh any of those small minor critiques, but I love this movie. I really want to go back and see it again, and I really want to talk to you guys about the spoilers. I really want to talk to you guys about all of this. I know we got our live stream coming up on Saturday, but as for respect for people who just can't see it Thursday and Friday, we're not going to be talking spoilers this weekend. We'll be saving that for next week. So I'm almost afraid to even have the live stream, to be honest, as at all, just for risk of somebody slipping up, myself slipping up, or anything like that for some people that haven't seen it. So I don't know. We'll play it by ear. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But anyway, guys, I want to know what you thought of the movie. Please be respectful for those who have not seen the movie and are just coming here for a general feel of what to expect and not actual spoilers. Keep it spoiler free as much as possible down in the comments. I'd really appreciate that, guys. But feel free to join our Discord or follow me on all my socials. Links to those are down below. And guys, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sherrod, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Korskov, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Jeffrey Hale, and various abominations. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. And guys, we made it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.